Hey, it's Jeff. I'm going to save you a lot of time if you watch this video.
Welcome to Retro Ranger. We repair vintage computers and video games. Let's explore the past together.
Continuing on with the Tandy 1000 SL/2 and putting in CF card. Let me show you what I was looking to put in. This particular one from Tech Select. It is the Lowtech XT to CF, and it's the light Rev 2. Okay, so latest and greatest on this sucker. Not gonna lie, this is round 2 of the video. I'm not kidding, at least 2 hours trying to get this blankety blank card working in this Tandy. I'm gonna save you all that time, because remember, some of the things I say all the time, you don't have to live it to learn it. This is one of those ones. Learn from all my troubleshooting. Okay, so I'm going to show you briefly how I got to the resolution without going through all of the hours and hours messing with things, changing jumpers, screwing around with stuff. We're going to speed it up considerably. Leaving all the jumpers as is, defaults on this one. I did try changing some of the I/O ports. Didn't help. Don't do it. It's just fine the way it is. And I'll show you the trick. First off, let's get it inserted in. All right, insert it in. I'm going to use, I've got an 8 megabyte card, plenty big for this, right? Let me show you kind of the problem that you run into when you just first start off this way. We're going to boot up. I have turned it off from going to that built-in ROM program that's on here. So it's not doing that, it's just dumping me straight into DOS. So I'm going to move this over now so that we can focus on this screen, and I'm going to do some adjusting down. You don't need to see me anymore. We just want to understand what's going on with the screen here. So is it visible? You know what? I'm going to come in even more and see if we can just aim straight in there. Okay, so the thing you notice here, that is a problem that you should be seeing, is we don't see the card. We should be seeing the card's BIOS loading up in here, and we get nothing. Now, this was the problem. I tell you what, I spent so much time trying to figure this out. I had debug loaded. I'm looking, I'm seeing, oh yeah, it actually sees the ROM, but it's not booting off of it or booting it, loading it properly, and I could not figure out what was going on. Here's eventually what I found out, and it was very difficult to come up with this. But let's go to B, and this is, I've got one of our Tandy disks in, I think it's disk 1, and we're going to run setup SL. One thing I learned new about it, super important, opens up the world, is /A. It's the advanced mode. Didn't know this in the earlier videos. So I'll show you what you get when you run the advanced mode, and then I'll show you how you fix the problem. So this is basically what we saw in the first one, but now you get system startup and you get all this cool information. You get this one, network 2, BIOS machine states, international, and then even what programs are loading from that on the ROM. So let me show you how we fix this. Let me find it again. Try to remember which screen it was on. I think I passed it. Where is the setting? Bear with me. Hang on. Okay. This is it right here. Primary startup device. ROM. Nope. We want disk. We're going to hit F1. Going to save it to the EEPROM. I'll just do a manual reboot. Ah, look what just appeared. This is now seeing the XT to CF card. Yay! We've got our XTID, all the stuff that we weren't seeing before, simply by changing that one setting. Isn't that crazy? Okay, now let's continue on with the process. So I'm going to turn it off. Take my card. Is my card in here? Okay. Take my card. get it inserted. I'm going to show you the next interesting thing. All right, we're booting up. Now we found the SAN disk. Great. It's perfect. That's what we wanted to see. Non-system disk. Press any key to reboot. Well, what do you mean? I have a boot disk in the floppy drive, and it's not liking that. So what's going on now is every single time it tries to boot off the CF card, but the CF card has nothing in it. As we reboot, we need to hit B and get it to load off the B drive. All right, so I've loaded off a floppy disk, and it gets confused. It seems I'm booted off the 5-inch floppy drive, but it converts it to A. I don't know why it is, but it seems to be okay with stuff. So let's get the other Tandy disk here. And I am looking for Fdisk. Fdisk. And oh, actually, it's already ceased the partitions. I forgot about that. That's it. It's already set up. So all we need to do is take this disk back out, go back to the first disk. The joys of flipping disk. Format C: with system, right? Let's get this. Give it a second to load. All right, off one data, yes. Go, and it's flying as it should. Go, baby, go. Making progress here. Love it, love it, love it. All right, format complete. Let's go to C. Yay, all right. Now let's take the disk out of the drive. I'm going to do a reboot, and instead of getting errors now and saying it can't find things, booting from C, and there we go. Now, I don't know, is there a D? Okay, so it moved the ROM to D. Okay. All right, cool. So we've got a clean setup now that we can do a DOS install. So let's go. Drives are back to normal again. I'm in my 5-inch floppy disk here. And setup. Let's do a full install. We got tons of room on this, so let's get a nice, good, clean install. And then what are we going to do? We're going to load some games, baby. Now let's see how this goes. I decided to go with DOS 5 on this. And I couldn't find any extra. Enter, continue. God, I haven't done this in so long. Okay. If you do not use a network, press N. No. Okay. Do not back up. See DOS. Oh, yeah, I guess that looks okay. To exit without upgrading, press F. Okay. Upgrade. Okay, so yes. Here we go. I was saying I couldn't find any more RAM, extra RAM to bump this all the way up to the 640. So I ordered some from eBay, and we'll see when that gets here. I'll bump it up so it's got its full 640. We spent this much time on it, right? Let's do the whole thing. Label a floppy disk, uninstall, and insert. Okay. I can't remember when I have done this last. Let's get a disk. Just got to remember that this one's it. Insert it into drive A. There you go. Drive A. Have at it. Formatting. We'll put source disk back in B. And we will speed this whole thing up. All right, I'm back. It looks like we're done. Press enter to start. Do a reboot. See if this works. Version DOS 5. Nice. So what I think I will do is create a Tandy directory. We'll copy all the Tandy specific files here. So we've got setup and some of the Tandy specific ones, but then we're pretty good on this. We're looking nice, setup pretty good. All right, thanks. We've got her set up now and we are done with this portion of it. 2 settings to change in the setup SL/A, right? Got to get to the advanced ones, boot to DOS, and then change the other setting that we showed. Then when you're booting up, going to probably have to hit B in this particular instance because I have 2 drives. If you had stuff set up for A, I just had the boot floppies was my B drive. But A, one of those you got to get booting off your floppy drive. So either A or B, whatever it's going to take. 121, 120, 121, whatever it takes, right? And so once you're there, then it's just, mine happened to already be formatted, but run the standard Fdisk and create a partition and then format C:/S to get the system on it. And Bob's your uncle. You're in like Flint. I can come up with some more movie quotes here. Just give me a second. Hopefully any of those resonate with anybody. Anyways, if you recognize them, put them down in the comments. I'm curious if anybody's picking up on what I'm throwing out here. All right, I think I will do one last one. Off camera, I'm going to load up a whole bunch of games. We'll come back and we'll play some of the games off the CF card. But otherwise, I'm not going to bore you with putting in RAM chips in. That's pretty simple. And yeah, it's all good. Woo! We are done with this one. All right, y'all. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.